I'm Dennis Anderson along with Julie Zenner, and here's what's coming up on Almanac North.
Runners are flocking to the Twin Ports tonight for the 40th running of Grandma's Marathon. Coming up, we'll talk with a Running Hall of Famer about the iconic event.
Organizers say there's still time to volunteer for next week's Day of Caring in Duluth. We'll tell you a lot more.
And 25 years ago, the scramble was on to get Canal Park ready for the 15th Grandma's Marathon.
These stories and a lot more up next on Almanac North. Well, hello and welcome to Almanac North. Thank you very much for watching. Julie, it's a weekend for the Twin Ports to shine with thousands of runners and spectators now in town.
And word is it that the sun is going to be shining tomorrow a bit too, so
we'll see what happens.
That may or may not be good for the runners, but definitely great for the spectators.
That's for sure. You're up first.
All right, and we've got some great guests. Thanks, Denny. Welcome, everyone. The first Grandma's Marathon in 1977 had just 150 entrants and a name that had some scratching their heads. Within 5 years, the race earned a national reputation for its runner-friendly course and beautiful scenery. Grandma's Marathon celebrates its 40th anniversary this weekend with nearly 20,000 runners in 3 races. And here to talk about the storied race and the significance of the anniversary is Dick Beardsley, two-time Grandma's champion and Running Hall of Famer. And Kate Kucinski is the Marathon's Public Relations Director. And thanks so much to both of you for coming in, breaking away for us on a Friday night when I'm sure things are just crazy busy down in Canal Park.
Great to be here.
Yeah, we're so thrilled to be here. It's great.
Yeah, Dick, your 2 victories in 81 and 82 really helped to put Grandma's Marathon on the map and Duluth on the map. What makes this race so special for you?
You know, I think part of it is the people of Duluth. I mean, you know, other than obviously the organization that the Grandma's Marathon, you know, puts into this event, Scott Keenan, who got this idea back in 1977, and now it's, you know, passed on to Shane Bauer and his staff, but it's the people of Duluth. I mean, I feel like when I come back, as I have this year for my 35th consecutive year, I feel like I'm coming back to my hometown. And I've never lived in Duluth, but I love Duluth. I love the people. They've always supported me throughout the last 35 years, and it's great to be back.
Well, Dick, your name is synonymous, of course, with Grandma's Marathon. Take us back to 1981 when you set the time record.
And we have some video, too.
Yeah, it was a perfect day to run. It was, you know, about 48, 50 degrees at the start, and here we get started, and it was my first Grandma's Marathon, and I was so excited. I knew I was in the best shape of my life, and there I'm running with Gary Bjorklund, better known to the runners as BJ, and he was a local guy from Twig, of course, and the local hometown favorite. But, you know, he turned to me early into the race and said, "Beards, I'm here to help you whatever I can to help you run your best," and he did. He helped me quite a bit throughout the entire race. It was really fun to run with him because he was kind of like my mentor as a runner. I mean, he was a few years older than I was, and he was probably the most natural gifted runner I've ever met in my life.
Were you chatting along the way?
We did, through about the first 15 miles.
Really?
Yeah, we're like having out there a stroll, and then it started to get a little more, the effort started to take its toll a little bit, and then he tried to make a move right before we got into town, before we crossed the Leicester River. And I kind of panicked, and I went after him and had to put in a couple of hard surges to break him, but I was fortunate to be able to do that.
2 hours, 9 minutes, 37 seconds. What were you thinking during that time? Were you thinking, I can win this?
I thought I might be able to win it, but as you can see me coming across the line here, I had no idea I was running that fast. My watch quit working. You know, there were, you know, no clocks on the course, and it was just such an exciting time for me. And my mom and dad were right there at the finish line. It was the first time they'd ever seen me run a marathon. So it's a very memorable year for me, that's for sure.
There was an article in the Duluth News-Tribune this morning. I read there were some premonitions that you had going in. That
There
you kind of
was.
felt that there was something unique that was going to be happening.
I kind of I'm one of these people that look for positive things, and I started seeing these 209s popping out at me a couple days before, and never know. My best going in was 211, so I was very fortunate that year.
Kate, what does this marathon mean for the city of Duluth?
Yeah, so Grandma's celebrating the 40 years this year, and we couldn't be more excited for. It's just Grandma's is much more than just the 26.2 along the course that race. It really is a community building event. We have 6,000 volunteers that come out every single year. Many of them have actually done it for 35 plus years. Some of them have been with us for 40 years, and that is what makes Grandma's Marathon the success that it is, and the community. And we just are so thrilled to have that support.
Is there a special energy this year because it is that milestone anniversary?
Yeah, anytime you get a milestone, our registration numbers alone are saying that it's a big deal. We're just so overwhelmed with the support that we got from our runners, but then also our volunteers were saying, no, we're definitely coming back for the 40th, and we're saying come back for the 45th and the 50th.
Exactly.
What is it, Kate, that keeps runners coming back year after year?
So usually we do a lot of runner surveys right afterwards, and usually the top two things that come through are our runners cite our volunteers, racing along the course, and how they're walking down the street and people are asking them, do you need any help? Do you need anything? Or they're ringing their cowbells and they have everything ready to go for them. And also just the organization of the race. The 37 years that Scott was in place, he put such a great spin on the course. And now with Shane coming in, we have really made some improvements, including just the new 5K course. And, we're just getting better and better. And so we just take that runner feedback and are building on it. And hopefully the Grandma's Marathon just keeps on going. And it's be great.
So Dick, after you set the record in '81, then there was the Boston Marathon, of course, which was, you were robbed.
Well,
Tell her, what happened?
Talk about that a little bit.
Alberto Salazar, who was the world record holder at the time, it came down to basically a 150-meter sprint at the end, and I did have to kind of go around some motorcycles to make sure I didn't get run over right at the last little bit there. But I did get around them, and then I just kind of got out kicked. But that race was really, it took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
But I'd already committed to Scott to come back to Grandma's to defend my title. But I was really beat up. But then there was talk of world record, me trying to break here because of the course a little easier than Boston, and everybody was talking about it except me. And then finally, a couple of weeks beforehand, I thought, well, everybody's kind of expecting me to at least try. So I went out and tried, and for the first 6-7 miles, I was doing good.
Dominic Ondoro from Kenya did break your record.
He did 2 years ago.
2 years ago already. What did you feel when that was broken?
It was really neat. I was so happy for him because I always said I wanted to be one of the first people to greet whoever breaks the record eventually, and I was one of the first people. And he was very humble, and I probably got interviewed more after that record was broke than when I broke it. But I got very emotional. And some people might have thought I was emotional because I lost the record. That wasn't it at all. But for me, I got so emotional, and I hope I don't do that now, but it was such an honor to be a Minnesota kid and have that record for as long as it stood in my favorite race in the world, in one of my favorite towns in the world. It was such an honor to have it for as long as it was there.
Dick, you're an inspirational speaker. What's your message?
Well, it depends, but a lot of it is for hope. Hope and never giving up. And we all face our ups and downs, and I've had my share in my 60 years, but you just try to live some days one day at a time. And at moments in my life, I've had to live it 1 minute at a time to get to the next. But you try to wake up with my 4 things I try to do every morning when I wake up is I try to wake up with a smile on my face, enthusiasm in my voice, joy in my heart, and faith in my soul. And those 4 things kind of help me get through the day.
Wow.
Kate, does Grandma still have a pretty easy time attracting those elite class runners?
Yeah, so we actually have our elite recruiter, Sarah, is so great. She's wonderful. And a lot of the runners just, they keep coming back and they, whatever. But they're, we have to do some, selling point because Duluth is not totally on their radar sometimes. But the runners the elite runners love our course. It is you do start, it's it's a pretty good course for them to run. It's a good time frame sometimes for them to be running. Sometimes like the Boston's in April,
Right.
and so June's just kind of a good month for some of those elite runners to be running. And so, we always work really hard to, work with their agents and get them here and recruit them year round. And we also have our wheelchair athletes, and they most of them are based out of Illinois, and they are great too, and they love our course because it's actually technically downhill for them.
So how many states and countries are represented then?
So this year we have 39 countries represented in all 50 states plus the District of Columbia. So it's really, Grandma's Marathon has really grown into something very, very special for the Duluth community, and we're just really happy to have all those people come every year.
Mm-hmm. Who should people be watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, so we have our course record holder for the females, Sarah Kiptoo. So she'll probably be really close, if not the first finisher. You never know, the humidity and the weather, and some days you have a good run and some days you don't. And then Alicia Barno is coming back to defend his title. And so those are probably going to be top twos that you're going to be seeing at the finish line.
Yeah.
So.
Any pressure on you to come back and make another cameo?
I tell you, I ran the 25th Grandmas. I hadn't run one in a long time because I had farm accident and stuff, but I thought I'm going to run it. And I remember my goal was just to break 3 hours, and I think I ran 2:55 that year. Well, and then a reporter, right when I finished, says, "Dick, when will you run another Grandmas?" And I said, "Oh no, when will you run another marathon?" I said, "Maybe the 50th anniversary of Grandmas." Well, that race jump-started my running into my 40s and 50s, where I've run like 30 more since that time. Yeah. So one of these years, I'm hoping I'll come back and run down the roads into downtown Duluth.
Now, you've raced in other cities, obviously, including the Boston Marathon. Is each town different where you race? Each course?
Oh yeah, each course is different. Boston, it's got a lot of net downhill, but then in the middle miles from 17 to 21, it's 4 miles of uphill. And so every course is different, but and then every community is different, the way they accept the runners. And some of the communities don't like the runners because they have to go around in traffic. Not here. That's what makes this race so special. And I've been fortunate to run marathons around the world, and it's this community, the way the community comes out and supports this event is like no other race I've ever seen. And that's what makes it so special.
We do have one more little video clip that we want to revisit, and that was an interview that was done with you after you won your second Grandmas. So let's take a listen at that.
I tell you, Marsh, I'm just very glad it's over with. I really had to work out there today, and I was scared the whole way. I broke away from Dave Backer at about 8 miles, and pretty much had to go into that wind, and it was a pretty good wind. I don't know if you could tell if you were on the press tracks or something, but out there running, we had a darn good wind blowing in our face the whole way, and it made it tough, and I was just, after about 8 or 9 miles, when I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a record or anything like that, then what my main goal was, which was in the first place, was to win, and then I just tried to maintain the best I could to try to win.
Wow.
Can you bring yourself back to that point?
Good memory. First, it was great seeing the late Marsh Nelson there and everything, and I tell you, that it really was a tough day for me that day, mentally, just coming off of Boston, but gosh, I had the old cap flipped up there like a goofball, didn't I? I looked like Popeye the Sailor Man or something.
And Dick, it sounds like a race. You mentioned mental. It sounds like a race is both physical and mental.
Absolutely, because at some point in a marathon, I don't care if you're an elite runner or a first timer, you're going to hit some bad spots out there. And it's just part of the marathon. Yeah. And if the first bad spot you hit, you think, oh, that's it, I'm done. Well, you're probably going to be done. That's where you got to mentally kind of just suck it up and just try to think on the positive side of things and think, well, okay, I'm not feeling so good now. I always hit a bad spot between 16 to 19 miles. I knew it was going to happen. So when it happened, I didn't get all freaked out. I knew that I'd start feeling better if I could just stay focused and positive.
I've heard the term runner's high.
Yeah.
Is that real?
In 44 years of running, I think I've had it about 3 times. Yeah, it happens, but not very often.
I've never had it, but I never run.
So Kate, I imagine most of the runners have probably already turned in for the night, but any advice to the spectators, visitors who might be going out to the race tomorrow morning?
Dress in layers. As a true Minnesotan, we never know what Mother Nature's going to throw at us on race day, and You know, it could be a little humid tomorrow, so, you know, just kind of that light clothing, but it could be a little rainy. So packing the umbrella, maybe packing that rain jacket with, just, you know, come out there, maybe put some plastic on your signs if you want them to hold up. Sometimes if it's a little wet, you know, they get a little droopy. So.
And how important is that enthusiasm along the way?
Oh my goodness, it helps immensely. I mean, get out there and cheer those runners on, cowbells, whatever, whether you know the person or not. And a lot of runners now wear their name on their jersey.
Sure.
And that, if you call out their name, oh my goodness, it really gets them pumped up.
All right, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming
Thank
in, and back to the festivities for you.
You betcha.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
Have
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah.
Now, let's dig into our news file archive for a look at what was making news 25 years ago this week.
This year, the race to Grandma's finish line involves more than just the runners. City workers are also on a tight schedule to meet their own goals. The city has set a deadline for Friday, June 15th. On that day, Lake Avenue, Commerce, and Buchanan Streets are all scheduled for completion. Public Works engineers say the construction is right on schedule, and Lake Avenue should be open by Friday to accommodate not only the runners, but the rest of us who will be rushing to the race. And Grandma's Marathon organizers say only minor adjustments will be necessary to ensure a successful race.
Well, we're going to be putting some temporary surface in on Canal Park to accommodate the race, and so it's just going to be a minor adjustment. We'll have plenty of room down there to finish the race and accommodate the runners' needs.
So even after the race to the finish line is over for both runners and construction workers, the final results of the construction will be out until local businesses can tabulate their own scores. Lisa Blagan, KDLH News.
Are you looking for an opportunity to help out in the community? Well, next week is a great time to volunteer your time in support of a local nonprofit organization. It's the annual United Way Day of Caring on Wednesday, June 22nd. And this year, there are nearly 30 volunteer opportunities. Here to tell us more is Machelle Kendrick, Director of Marketing and Communications for the Head of the Lakes United Way. Machelle, this seems to grow each and every year. Are there a lot of different ways that people can get involved?
There is a lot of different ways. Actually, this year there's 30 different ways. So you can do everything from a fence and garden project with Lifehouse, or you can volunteer for an annual picnic at the Damiano Center. You can even do a paint party with Community Action Duluth.
Mm-hmm. Now, is this something that all United Ways do to some extent, or is this unique to our region?
No, volunteer is part of who the Head of the Lakes United Way is, part of who Greater Worldwide United Way is. Give, advocate, and volunteer is a huge part of who we are.
If someone wants to volunteer, do they just show up or should they call first?
Oh, heck, you could just show up. But one great place to go is one of our programs, which is the Volunteer Center, and that's volunteerduluth.org. And that is a super neat website. Not only do we have our partner agencies on there, but all nonprofits. And I believe there's about 330 nonprofits in our area. So everybody is welcome to use that site to dig up volunteers.
Mm-hmm. Who sets up the Day of Caring projects? Is it the United Way? Is it the nonprofit? Is it the business? Is it all coordinated together? Walk us through that.
Yeah, that's a good question. We have a volunteer center coordinator. Her name is Liz Pollock. She does an awesome job. So she heads that up and she works with the partner agencies. And then there's some organizations, for example, the Duluth YMCA, they actually have a volunteer coordinator. So Liz will work with the volunteer coordinators, or she'll work with a representative from one of the nonprofits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What kind of projects are involved now coming up on Wednesday?
Well, the one that I'm involved with and I'm very excited about is with Positive Energy Outdoors. And it's kind of fun. Mayor Larson is going to join us. And we are going out to Friedenberg Township is where Positive Energy Outdoors is. Mm-hmm. And our job, our volunteer job, is to pet 55 sled dogs. Now, what people don't know is sled dogs are very much like your family pet. They're also very much like your other guest, Dick Beardsley. They're athletes, but they need love, just like Buster and Bentley that I have at home.
So I heard you correctly. Your job is to pet the sled dogs.
We're volunteering. We're volunteering to pet the sled dogs. That's right. Yeah.
What are some of the other ones that people might get involved in?
Well, there's a variety of things, you know, picking up litter, painting fences, gardening projects. There's, as I mentioned, picnic projects. There's a number of ways that you can get involved, and it changes every year.
And there's a kickoff on Tuesday, I understand. That sounds like it's a lot going on there.
Yeah, you know, I'm new to the United Way. I started in February, so it's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to have an event before the event, and the reason is this is the 21st annual. So we're celebrating, kicking off on June 21st, and then, you know, it's the start of summer, so I thought it was a nice way to draw some attention to our Day of Caring on Wednesday.
And what is that event, if people want to show up?
Oh, thanks. It's at the Duluth Public Library in the plaza, so it's outdoors. We have a bee theme, so we've been having some fun with, like, be a volunteer. We're trying to create buzz for volunteerism. You know, you'd be a real honey if you'd help us out, those kind of things. So we have a bee theme, and then we have, like, for example, a local business called Machelle. They have beeswax and honey products. We'll have speed volunteering projects. People can pick up their Live United t-shirt for the following day because everyone wears Live United t-shirts. And then I believe the UWS mascot, Buzz, is also going to make an appearance. So there's a lot of neat things going on.
If somebody was to volunteer, how long would they be committed for the day?
We usually have people commit to the entire day, their work day. This is this Day of Caring is about the business community. So what we're trying to do is to encourage workplaces to put teams together. We have a different Day of Caring that comes up in November, and that's more family oriented. This is about our business community. So we encourage those workplace teams to take the day off and help out one of our nonprofits.
So pack
And
a lunch.
how many businesses generally would get involved in this?
Oh, we have so many great businesses. Wells Fargo, MPECU, I think we've had Whole Food Co-ops volunteer. There's a whole variety of great businesses that participate in this.
Now, besides sled dog petting, any other skills that people need to volunteer for some of these?
I think the best way to, the best skill that you need is just a big heart and a willingness to participate.
Are there age limits where you should not be under a certain age to take part?
Well, each project has different age requirements. So, for example, well, actually, the Positive Energy Outdoors one that I was talking about, we are working with Outside in Duluth, which is a blog, and they're bringing elementary and preschool children along with Mayor Larson, and then myself will be out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
The United Ways in Greater Duluth and Superior Douglas County merged not too long ago.
Yes.
How's that working as far as being able to serve a broader community?
Well, we actually have 4 campaign areas. So it's Ashland Bayfield, the North Shore, Superior Douglas County, and then the Greater Duluth area.
Okay.
And so we still have a lot of work to do. So Day of Caring this time around really is embracing our Superior Douglas County campaign area. We have some work to do in being more equitable with the Ashland Bayfield area and the North Shore. And we're actually conducting some listening sessions so we can do a better job. As you might guess, we're one of the largest geographical United Ways now. And so we have we have to put our arms around all 4 campaign areas, so we have some work left to do.
Yeah.
And when do the campaigns themselves start?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, you know, annually in the Duluth area, it kicks off with chili. The chili cook-off, which is my favorite event.
Are you a chili maker?
I haven't made chili, but I'm a chili eater.
Me too.
Yeah.
And so that is coming up when?
The chili cook-off is September 15th. I highly recommend saving that date because that's going to be fun. Yeah.
So we've got things coming up pretty soon. There still are opportunities, though.
There still is
for people to sign up.
Well, hey, you know, one way that they can, a low activity, is coming to that event on June 21st at the Duluth Library. We have 2 speed volunteering activities.
Oh,
so
fun.
think speed dating, except it's speed volunteering. So one is making bee-friendly seed bombs with seeds of success, which is Community Action Duluth, and the other one is over in Superior. It's Just Kids Dental, and you can put dental kits together. And then another way you can help is just by donating tweets.
Good.
So even people whose business has not signed up for a team can still show up and take part and do some good for a couple of agencies
Yep, with our
around.
speed volunteering.
Michelle
yeah.
Kendrick, thank you very much from the United
Thank
Way.
you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's time now for the week's business headlines from Business North. A large package of incentives to develop a private wood siding plant in Hoyt Lakes was approved Tuesday by the Iron Range Resources and Rehabilitation Board. Louisiana Pacific Corporation, which manufactures siding in Two Harbors, Hayward, and Tomahawk, is the potential developer. The company is considering several sites and will not make a final decision until next year. The local package totals $46 million, and the state could add another $30 million. Louisiana Pacific's investment will be in the $400 million range.
Well, the U.S. Forest Service is concerned about renewing Twin Metals, Minnesota non-ferrous mining leases because of the land's close proximity to the Boundary Waters canoe area. Twin Metals said the agency's announcement is premature and out of character. Mining Minnesota President Frank Ungaro agreed, saying the leases do not make an environmental impact. Governor Mark Dayton has ordered the Minnesota DNR not to authorize any new state agreements for mining operations on state lands close to the BWCA.
The Twin Ports hospitality market grew by 80 rooms Thursday with the opening of the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Hermantown. The 5-story hotel is owned and operated by Duluth-based Lion Hotel Group. The lodging offers 24 suites, plus an outdoor patio area, indoor pool, hot tub, fitness center, and business center. Lion Hotel Group, a division of Leibovitz Enterprises, also owns the Holiday Inn and Suites in downtown Duluth and 5 other lodging properties. For more on these and other stories, visit businessnorth.com.
Well, don't run away without sharing your thoughts about our show. Dial 218-788-2849 and leave a message, or send an email to almanacnorth@wdsc.org. And to get more information about the station, visit the WDSC website, where you can get updates on your favorite programs, news about the station, and a whole lot more. And Julie, good luck to all of the runners in the marathon and the half marathon. Let's hope they have good runners' weather.
Yes, and I'll be out there cheering them on tomorrow morning.
Yes,
bright
myself
and early.
included. For Julie and the crew at Almanac North, I'm Dennis Anderson. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody, and be kind.